ready? You think you could tell us what to do? You think you could tell us what to say? Think that you're better? Well, you better get ready. Bow to the podcast. Put it down.
And we're back with a new episode of Beat Generation X. You guys don't know this, but we haven't recorded in a little bit. But, you know, we have been caught up because we're in the future.
Yeah.
And so, guys, what have we been up to?
We're busy guys with busy lives. So what have we been
And
up
thick
to?
thighs.
All right.
Well, I've been.
One word.
Well, I've been traveling a lot, so that's why we say we're time traveling, because we've been filming. This is a little insider. We've been filming multiple episodes at once.
You've been locked up. Let's be honest. You were locked up.
Yeah.
Unpaid parking tickets.
But I'm going to be in Oklahoma next week, and there's going to be some cool guests at that event that I would love to meet. We got Sting, Mick Foley, which, like we said, he's kind of at most events.
We're going to talk about that.
But one of the good ones is Gangrel, who's going to be there.
Oh, shout out Wrestling Sucks, by the way. He made this shirt. It's,
Nice.
Yeah.
And then there's going to be Hacksaw Jim Duggan, who also is a whore in that match mentions. And then there's going to be Lita's going to be there.
You want to work?
So that should be cool. We'll see what. I'll try and take some footage when I'm out there of that. How about you guys?
Well, I was down in the city on Friday. I was at Barcade. I think I mentioned in one of our things. I had a little first date. You know. And on the way there, I was on time. Finally, I was on time. I'm being a good boy the last year. So I'm on the train.
That's why he was on time.
I take the train. Yeah, I was motivated. I got on the train.
Browsing history cleared.
Yeah. No, I was on the subway. I got off the subway. I was running to the next one, to the 7, and there was a native, like kind of like Peruvian or whatever, all dressed out in the full nines. It was like a WrestleMania entrance. He was playing the pan flute. I pretended like that was my entrance music. I was like, let's go, baby, let's go. And then the escalator went down. In my head, the fireworks going off, and he was playing the pan flute. It was like the most beautiful thing. I got to Barcade. Played Superstars. Didn't have WrestleFest. But, what do you got to do? Do what you got to do. Anyway, I'm coming home, going to the train. I go, why is it so fucking chaotic? I go, oh, shit, the Knicks. I go in the bar, watch the game for a little while. I see the fucking chaos happening.
Shout out the Knicks. The Knicks.
Yeah, it's crazy at Madison
The
Square
Knicks
Garden.
have reached the Eastern Conference Finals for the first time in 25 years.
Wow.
And which is interesting because last year on SmackDown, Brunson and Tyrese Haliburton on the Pacers, they have a heated rivalry. They did a little angle on
They
SmackDown.
had that little face-off,
Little thing, yeah.
I think Haliburton had some brass knuckles, and
Which is
Brunson
great.
grabbed the chair.
Just his name's Haliburton, which is what all the wrestlers used to use. The Haliburton briefcases. They just keep all their air flight tickets in their Haliburtons, all their money.
Like
Fun
the
fact.
weapon, the Halliburton?
Halliburton, no, yeah, but
That's
it's
awesome.
same company, but it was the briefcase.
Wow.
They used to walk around with them. Well, that makes me think, guys, with sports, whenever like the team that's going to go to the Super Bowl, it's always like a storyline. Whenever the Giants won, I was like, they have this year's story.
Mm-hmm.
It's their storyline. And on the internet, they're always saying like, oh, it's like the NBA's like written, it's fixed. It's like the storyline. Like, they're NBA writers. Yeah, I mean, what do you guys think about that?
Because they gotta sell it. They gotta make it sexy.
Well,
But why can't it just be like a team of schlubs? Why isn't it like
Team of jobbers.
Like us?
a like a bunch of guys and they're just like, what's new?
Well, because that doesn't sell. Sadly, I'm sure they do look at wrestling and go, yeah, that's a fucking good idea.
It's
Let's
all
fucking
about
make a story
getting
out of it."
views, so having a storyline makes sense, you might think it's rigged, but who knows?
It's the people reacting to it, like, oh, by the way, this seems like a story. It's the people who are from a different field. They can craft it and make it look like it's like a storyline,
Ooh.
It's really just happening. But they're
Wow.
crafting it.
The eye of God.
They're-
Wow.
They're crafting it. But anyway, like the Pacers and the Knicks, we record in the Bronx. We're in New York City. We've needed this. The Knicks have needed this. Just sports in general.
It's good for the city.
Yeah.
For sure.
All day long at work, when someone's wearing a Knick hat, I have some bullshit. I did small talk with them. The art of small talk. I'm bringing it back.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm excited for that. But anyway, the Westchester Knicks, they play in White Plains, and me and Kenny did a little field trip a couple weeks ago.
Yes, we did.
Northeast Wrestling indie company. They do shows in Connecticut, Massachusetts. Now they're in White Plains. We got there a little early. We got a little hot dogs beforehand. That was fun.
Yeah, that was great.
Those hot dogs are fucking good.
Yeah, I ate the Hogan, the Hulk Hogan.
So that was not like an AI.
No.
He sent me a picture in my potato phone. I looked at it, and it was of like what was it called? The Hogan.
The Hulk Hogan.
Oh, it's just called the.
Yeah.
It was good though. It was that or the Weird Al.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
the
probably
Weird
was
Al.
good.
Yeah.
We got that. We got the tater tots.
Oh, tater tots.
Tater
Good.
tots to go because we had to make
I
time.
had tater tots every 5 days for the last 2 weeks for some reason.
Actually, the tater tots.
Now I'm turning
yesterday
into a little
in the
tater tot.
airport.
Turning into a little tater tot.
But we got the tater tots to go to make it on time.
Oh,
for the
because it was
event.
we got there and the line out the damn door.
Not too bad, yeah. And it was funny when an old lady came by and was like, "Hey, what's this line for?"
Oh yeah.
And you go, "The bathroom." Fuck with that lady.
Yeah. Oh, but we were outside. It's, I love it. The history of this is the first place I saw wrestling back in '92.
Yeah.
I waxed poetic about it.
That's awesome.
And the county center is also famous for. I mean, it's hosted ECW. It's Tommy Dreamer was there last year. I think we went to that show.
Yeah.
When Dreamer cut a promo.
2 years ago.
It was 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow, time flies.
WWE was last year.
We were cutting the
I was locked
promo. Tommy Dreamer was cutting a promo about that was his dark match, his first match he's ever had.
First,
was at the county center.
And the first one he ever went to. He said he brings it up. I think he said he went on a date or something like that. And he brought a date to wrestling, and he ended up wrestling there.
Speaking of dates, I had my first date with my girlfriend, and we sit across from Tommy Dreamer Christmas Day to watch the Von Erich movie.
Oh,
Yeah, isn't that
that's
bugged out?
poetic.
And Kenny, sold him, right?
I sold him. I came by. I gave him some cheeks crossing by.
Were you wearing a Dreamer shirt?
I was. It was Christmas Day, so I was wearing an ugly Christmas sweater.
Oh, okay.
And I was wearing like a Shawn Michaels hat, and I remember I noticed that he peeped the hat, and he was kind of like, "Please don't see me, please don't see me."
I'm gonna talk about Tommy Dreamer later on this episode. We're gonna talk about him.
We'll talk about
Let's
it.
get back into the White Plains. So it was a meet and greet, not just a wrestling event. So that was kind of like the main reason why we went.
So what wrestlers were there for the meet and greet?
Okay, Hardy Boys,
Wow.
Yes, Hardy Boys. I knew Mick Foley.
Mick Foley. But the Hardy Boys line was like as long as like the general one.
Really?
And New Wrestling, they did right by us. It was so like messed up. The park ranger came. It was like, dude, what's going on here?
It was an absolute shit show.
It was a shit show. And then
Yeah.
the promoter of the thing came over, Nick, and he did right by us. I mean, other guys kind of got, who weren't as vocal as us, kind of got screwed. But we got up there.
He was like, I remember you guys.
Yeah.
And they had us like skip the line because people were filtering in.
Nice.
That
But then-
doesn't work for me.
I still feel like an asshole to these guys. Like I flub my words, and because it's the the para relationship. Like you see these people on TV your whole life, you're having a conversation with them in your head, and you finally see them, and you're just like, oh, you start
You're like,
talking.
you don't know me? You're like,
Yeah.
you
He's like,
remember
but I
the
do.
time when I got sick and I stayed home and I watched you all there?
Yeah, so like I go up to the Hardy Boys. There's a whole little snafu happened with their card reader and all that shit. But anyway, so I play it cool. My face is all red now. I'm running back and forth. My tubby belly getting the ATM.
And I was out there with my phone, like
Filming.
like a proud mom filming my boy moving. And I was like, come on, man.
So I go up there and I'm like, hey guys, hold on. Thanks for coming to New York. Like, hey, you were here for Raw. I was like saying stuff like that. I was like, all right, calm down. And then he was just like, and Jeff Hardy's like, and I was like, oh, so he's like, yeah. And I'm like, yeah. Doing the whole thing with him like this. And then there we go. And then we go into the main room where everyone's there. We'll get to where everyone else is there. But Mick Foley was the main guy. I freaking put a down payment on a house with all the money, all the things I got signed.
So how many things did you get signed? 'Cause
I got
remember
6.
you saying.
All right, let me think. Like 6 or 7 things, and it was like $60 each. And I don't think they give me a break.
Wow, mixing all right.
Yeah.
At least after that shit.
But we filmed it.
Just for Mooney, just
You guys
paid
got
some
footage of
bills
this,
just
right?
for Mooney.
Yeah,
we got all footage
pop
of
it.
this.
You're gonna be seeing it galore.
He was able to get another
I just
pair
been
of
we're busy
sweatpants
guys
from
with busy
Walmart.
lives. There's a lot of stuff coming out. There's a lot of stuff coming out.
Yeah,
But,
we got a lot of stuff.
And of course, we turned the corner and Mick's eating a hot dog.
He's eating Nathan's, which is great.
Hey.
He's eating a glizzy.
Yeah. No, but it's Nathan's, which is cool because
He's eating
it's obviously It's
That was
obvious.
his second one that he definitely like sent for.
He's seeing the big ball.
He's like, pool boy, go get my
100%.
wiener, get my Hogan.
Frankfurter. Oh, Frankfurter. I should have been like, you lost for your ear. Some stupid trivia thing. No. He probably got it in White Plains. Like, that's the nearest one. There's one in, like...
He brought it
one
with
inside.
him?
Oh, there's one inside. Never mind.
Oh yeah, they do have Nathan's hot dogs.
Oh,
It's right
yeah.
there.
Nathan hot dogs.
He pulled it out of his pocket.
But there's a Nathan's in Yonkers that's about half mile or a mile down the road on Central Avenue.
That's where arcade, right?
Yeah, all the arcade was there, and that's where in the '90s ECW guys would go and like they would like talk business. Like the Dudley Boys, like they would talk about merchandising, and like Tommy Dreamer and Paul Heyman would talk. So a lot of shit happened there. So when so my dad would take me there on weekends as part of the agreement, and then they were doing ECW things there, which was funny.
That's mafia right there.
Mick was
That's
cool.
ECW mob.
Yeah.
But I told him I was like, I'm not reselling anything. It's all stuff from when I was an actual kid. Like the thing I got when I met him in '99, that thing came out of the comic book that I got signed, and I think I might have lost my Dragon's Den bag. I'm not sure. I think I might have put it back. I brought it with me just to show off, and it was like a boy. I brought it out to show it off, and I lost it.
Well,
I'm fine with it.
Mick seems like a really nice guy. There's a couple of times doing 501st stuff, we've had like our booth right next to him, and like in the morning, and he would just sit and talk with us and stuff. So he seems like he's just a genuinely nice dude.
Yeah, he seems really
Really cool.
He was happy to be there, but
He's
unhappy
down for
to
the
be
people.
bothered during lunch.
Not
I mean, that's anybody, I think.
Not on camera. I told you, Jordan Oliver was really cool. The last time I talked to him was I was wasted. It was in Chicago, like at 1 in the morning at like a midnight show. I think I was just, I was like rambling, like now.
Who's
Jordan Oliver is with GCW. He does a lot of things. He you might have seen him at some maybe JCW. Maybe
I wish I knew how to remember.
But he's a local
names.
guy. He's from like Newburgh. He's from around there, so that's cool to hype him up. Fandango was there. He was cool because I got him to sign something. It was WrestleMania 29. That was his debut match. And he was like, oh, wow. He's like, let me look at this. He was like, at the time, he was like, yeah, this is cool. He's looking around in it. And I was like, yeah, all right, take a look, And this guy over here, I peer over. I see him eating cake with Tito Santana.
I was walking over because I see Lex Luger, and I had a Lex Luger comic, a WCW Lex Luger comic, and I just see Tito Santana. No one's on his line. He's just sitting there with cake. He's sitting there with cake, and I see him, and it's kind of like an unspoken thing. It's like two Latin fellas, and I'm just like, I was like, hey, Tito Santana. And then I go over, and I was like, you know what? I'll take a picture with him. I take a picture with Tito Santana. He tells me it's his birthday, so I get a piece of cake, and I'm like, yo, have a very happy birthday. You were the very first match in WrestleMania. It was Tito Santana versus the Executioner. It was just a guy with like a crooked mask. He had a crooked like lucha mask, but it was like, as a matter of fact, like, he had a fucking shiesty on, and it was like, and she was like crooked with the eye like kind of like hanging over the side. Yeah, and then Santana was there, and I told him that I was like, you were the very first WrestleMania match, and he was like, yeah.
You know what's also cool? I didn't think about it. When I got the photos of my first ever event there in '92, he was one of the matches. He was the Matador.
Yeah.
He was wrestling the
apparently,
Nails.
He hated that gimmick, apparently.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he hated it. Model loved it.
He was like, let me tell you something.
No, the model loved it.
Sitting having some cake, just so let me tell you some stories.
Yeah, so,
Wait, I'm sorry, but did he... Wait, I'm just to dive into it a little bit.
Yeah, we're here, man.
He had like an extra piece. He had an extra slice of cake.
So he cut you a piece.
Yeah, he cut me a
Or did he
piece.
just grab it out?
Yeah. He's like, do you like the corner?
And did you actually like sit and eat with him this cake?
Yeah.
No, I peered over. He was just like casually talking to us.
That's fucking
I'm
awesome.
sure this is like a real sweet moment, but just it's a lot for me to take in.
It was great. It was fucking chaotic because I'm like eating. I'm like, like hanging over, just eating cake, and I look over and JBL walks by. Fucking Kane's there.
Wait, is he like? Are you there? Like, I need some milk, dude.
No, I see that they put They put JBL on one far corner and Santana on the other corner.
You people stink.
Arriba!
Shit.
Oh man.
Yeah, so Kane and JBL was there. They were cash only. I didn't want to run over and get more cash. There's an attitude to everything I'm trying to get signed. But
everything that could go wrong went wrong when the card machines didn't work.
Yeah.
And then we had to go to the ATMs.
This is rule of thumb for anybody that goes to conventions, not only for wrestling, if you're trying to get autographs or meet somebody, always carry cash in you because card readers
Green is mean.
always never work.
And cash.
And cash is always king
Cash
at those
is king,
events.
That's
Yeah.
it. Yes.
They want to pay taxes on it.
Yeah, exactly.
Libertarian. Yeah, so then Lex is sitting there being all nice, eating his
Well, he's got
piece of the cake. He's having his
nothing
cake.
to do but sit there.
Yeah.
He's
So
in a wheelchair.
Wow.
No, but I go over there. He's a really swell. He's a really swell guy. You know.
I know. Lex was a great guy.
Yeah, I met him twice.
He's
This is like the
super
second
nice
time I met him.
He listened to me ramble.
I just think of
about
that story that someone told where he wasn't trying to be a dick or anything, and like he was talking to someone like they were planning a match, and while he's talking, he notices that his Lex's eyes are like slowly moving towards the mirror in the background. He's like looking at himself in the mirror and like posing. He's like slowly like.
What are they giving?
Yeah.
Narcissist. So
The
the narcissist.
That's one of my earliest. Yeah, like your memory was Royal Rumble. He was that music in that game was like dope.
I actually brought it up to him. I was like, I used to play the Genesis Royal Rumble, and he was like, "Oh yeah."
They don't give a shit.
Yeah.
But I feel like
No, well, he listened
I
to
want
me.
to talk
Hey,
to
I
these
want.
guys.
I believe he did.
Yeah.
I believe he cared.
You didn't even know you were there.
Who else was there?
He's probably just so used to going, oh, yeah, really? Everybody?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
So then the actual event happened. It was great. Really good matches and everything. I was actually until we were really close. We were in the second row. The dude next to me, I bore him. I'm like, I have a podcast. And he turns out it turns out he lives like down the block. He knows the store and everything. I'm like, oh
shit.
yeah.
Oh shit!
So
Come on down.
So we went 20 miles just to go like.
He's like, I broke their toilet seat.
Yeah, I broke-
There it is. It was a
Yeah.
dynamite.
Shitter. But I did the hard way. I was getting trying to get everyone to watch the show. It was boring everyone. Hey, come on.
Oh
But
yeah,
they
you were
started-
talking
and
some moms there.
I talked to
Some
some mom.
wrestling
I ran into
moms,
another mom.
Nice. He's
For business.
Yeah, he's fucking doing multi-work. He's like, I'm trying to get these moms, but I'm also trying to get some followers, yeah?
Yeah, I mean, I have something to say. And then I just see the same people
What would
a
your
week later.
stepmother think?
I was making the rounds. I saw him again. I was like,
Fuck yourself.
but the actual event was cool. There was actually a little drama because there was also a 90s con in Jersey earlier in the day.
Okay.
And everyone was like, oh, you booked it the same day, man. That's weird. Like, that's fucked up. But one of the guys, was Al Snow, was at the 90s event, and I wanted to get his autograph. So I didn't bring the fucking I actually brought the magazine with me. It was Mankind and Al Snow on the cover.
That's a great
So
cover.
in the 90s con, he was there, and everyone who I know, they were at that event.
That's
and
Jersey,
then,
right?
Yeah, so in Jersey.
Yeah,
Then in White Plains, MVP's like, oh, cards subject to change. And so bring some young up and comer. I'll show them the ropes, or whatever. And then what does everybody want?
Pops. The whole crowd.
Wow.
Al Snow.
He went across town.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
He
pretty
made-
dope. That's
Wow.
nice.
He made it, and it
Yeah.
was he had the Job Squad gear on.
Oh my God, I would have cried.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
And he was good.
Everybody.
That
It was
was
very
gonna
good.
be
All the
sick to
guys
get
did a bit
autographed.
besides Kane. Everyone came to the
Did he
ring.
bring head with him?
Yeah,
Nice.
absolutely.
We all
It was
got
on
it.
head with him.
Oh,
We all got
man.
it. Everybody got
Gotta
headified.
love head.
Yeah, head
Everybody
was
looks
cool.
head.
Daddy, chill.
It would make the world a better place.
That's like a gimmick that they gave him. Like I think Vince gave him to like fuck him up, but he turned it into
I
something
don't.
cool.
No,
No,
he started
actually-
at ECW.
Yeah, that was
Okay,
So,
well,
so like in
yeah.
ECW, it's like, what will get you over? Head. Like
yeah.
everyone in the audience had the.
It was with Mick. He said that Mick would always put his Mankind mask in
Oh really?
in a styrofoam or the
the
in
styrofoam head.
Yeah.
styrofoam
I
head.
have one here.
And
somewhere.
then something about him like grabbing the head, and then he watched like a documentary on like schizophrenia. And,
Yeah, that's close
Listen.
enough. That's the story for me.
Yeah, and all that stuff, and he got like real jazzed up about it. He started talking to the head, and I think Mick was the one that gave him like he was like, "That's sick, like do that."
He fucking goes, if I can have a sock, you can have a head. Bro.
Oh, speaking of which, it was actually also Santana. Santana's a big deal. He came up with Tito Santana came up with the Razor Ramon gimmick.
No, I thought it was Razor Ramon. I thought it was Scott Hall.
Scott Hall goes to him in the
Oh.
bathroom and they're both urinating. He's like,
That's
he
where
was
like
like,
good things happen.
he was like, yo Tito. He was like, give me a good Spanish name with an R.
Oh, yo, that sounds like Scott, dude.
Yeah. Santana goes like, Ramon. And then he was like, that's it.
Yeah.
And then he just did a line with some razors.
Just say that.
Yeah, man.
But so I can, all the matches were good. Everyone did a good job. Oh, we talked to some young guy, Waves and Curls. He was cool. We talked to him. It's just cool to see the old timers with the new guys too. The local
Yeah,
guys.
that's like beautiful.
But the Hardy Boys were awesome.
Mhm. They were once jobbers. The Hardy Boys used to job
In that building.
for Razor Ramon.
In
We'll
that
add
building.
Wow.
In that building
Yeah.
at the county center.
Yeah.
Jeff Hardy was a 17-year-old jobber.
Yeah, I mean they're all young.
I just saw him
Was
with,
it illegal?
what was it, 1, 2, 3 Kid. Him,
Yeah.
16 years old.
That's
16,
wild.
like a 16-year-old jobber.
No,
yeah.
Razor Ramon beat the shit out of him at 16. He was
Ooh,
like, it
beat
was
the shit out of him.
Jeff
yeah.
Hardy was like,
stomped on him and like hazed the fuck out of him. Yeah,
He hit him with the pine cones.
he hit him with
special.
he gave him like
no.
the hardcore Holly special.
Ooh.
but yeah, that was fun. I mean, it was
I
great.
know the pine cone.
We're gonna start going to more events all together. It's
Yeah,
hard.
yeah, yeah. We definitely all got to start going.
Yeah,
to
yeah.
for sure.
And
Seems like you guys have a lot of fun, so we definitely got to go.
But that
it's a
building
great
was great.
time.
there's an energy to that.
There's
building.
energy in that building,
Yeah.
and then like I just watched the clips of ECW there. And speaking of ECW, we lost a legend last week, Sabu.
Rest in peace, Sabu. Everybody.
Which is the ironic thing is that me and a friend of the show, Machoverse, we went to Legion of Skanks, his last public interview, less than a week earlier, the Monday before. So we were talking to him, like, hey, we went to the dressing room. We did the big no-no, not the quote Hulk Hogan, the big no-no. The guy, the maitre d' brought us to the freaking dressing room. We're like, it was like Goodfellas. We went through the back, through the kitchen, and we go in there and I see one guy I know. I'm like, hey, what's up, man? I see the comedian and Sabu like eating like chicken. I go, oh shit, sorry, guy. I go, we're not supposed to be in there. It's a comedian, you're not supposed to go in the green room. Dressing room, green room, you're not supposed to go in. So we left. So we didn't get to talk to. If it was just Sabu, we would have talked to him because we knew the manager of Sabu. So we go back, and then after the show, Sabu, Terry Brunk, was just sitting in the bar. He's just sitting there like this, and we didn't want to bother him. So we're talking to his manager the whole time. He's like, yeah, hey, he's not feeling well. Whatever. He's like, we're just talking, whatever. And that was it. The last image I have of him is just sitting there by himself in that that little bar.
That's kind of crazy.
Was his hair over his head?
And then a week, he had the hat backwards, like a.
Oh,
Yeah, he was like a slacker look. He's a normal dude, but if we started watching the shoots, which we're gonna talk about, but that was sad. But Sabu, legend. What are your memories of Sabu?
Actually, you should show him that fucking cool shirt you
Oh,
got.
yeah.
That fucking crazy.
Enough said.
Enough said.
Wow.
That is.
Backstage.
That's a flavor. That's a flavorful shirt.
Stole the soul of another
Flavors all
man with
around.
this one. Filled with the soul of another man.
Yeah, I love the whole of another man.
You caught that?
Yeah,
No, but it's sick.
That's right in the nip.
A little breezy.
No,
nip.
that's cool.
Early Sabu memory. Oh my God. There's like so much ECW. There's so much inspiration. So much why I launched my body off of things like.
Yeah, he was awesome, man.
There, he's a man that really spoke to me. A true outsider. We miss you, Sabu. Be thinking about you forever.
Yeah, I recently seen a match between him and Rey Mysterio that was legendary.
Oh,
I think it's-
wow. ECW One Night
Was
Stand?
that a one night stand?
Yeah, 2006, One Night Stand. What a classic match that was.
Classic,
Amazing.
classic
Which
event.
is great because even though it was ECW, it got him into WWE, and we were able to see him work at WWE. So even though he was on Raw like in the 90s, he was on WCW in the 90s, he was on Nitro, he got to work matches with John Cena. Shout out John Cena.
And his name is John Cena.
So like, he worked that style, and only thing that was his downfall was he got arrested. Him and RVD got arrested while RVD's champion, WWE and ECW champion.
A little bit of weed. What's
He was
wrong
he
with
was
that?
a bad boy,
Yeah, but that was like his whole. He was always himself. Like he didn't give a fuck.
He was definitely Aura before Aura.
Yeah,
know what I
speaking
mean?
of Aura,
he was
okay,
swaggy.
Guys, check this out. I have a question for you guys. You know how The Undertaker, he never broke character until now he's doing goddamn interviews all the time?
Yeah, he's like Mr. Texas now.
Yeah, and he's like, well, you know what I mean? Well, okay, but...
I kind of like it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
no,
that's,
no, it's
that's
cool,
what I'm
it's
saying.
cool
But
guy,
I think the first one to do that was Sabu, because Sabu was like, this guy's insane in the 90s. He was like, don't go near this guy.
Yeah.
Like, he's an actual like maniac.
Mm-hmm.
Homicidal, genocidal, suicidal. I said it wrong, but... So he did that. And then in like 2005, he started doing shoot interviews, and he was just being himself. And that was like part 2 of his career. And that was what Undertaker is doing now. But he was doing this 20 years ago. So he started doing the shoot interviews, what kind of got him in trouble. I sent it to you guys. It was really funny. Someone goes, how come Sabu isn't in the WWE Hall of Fame? And then it shows a retweet. It was like Stephanie McMahon talking about Triple H being, you're my rock. I love you. Thank you so much. And then Sabu retweeted it with just gross.
God, I love that.
I wish I talked to him that night, because I talked to him, at a meet and greet. But now this is kind of a different thing, because like we were talking with his manager, and it was kind of like we weren't just marks, man. We are still. But
Nah, you did the right thing. I
wanna leave him alone, yeah.
hate for anybody to talk to me in public.
Yeah, those
I don't like
dudes
people talking to me. I
probably
don't even want to talk to
get
you guys.
Yeah.
But yeah, all
You have
those
me
matches.
tied to the chair under here.
Yeah, but just with Sabu.
How about you guys? What are your early
Yeah,
memories
yeah.
of Sabu?
You know, back then, this is where people are gonna hate me. I wasn't watching like ECW
No.
when I was younger. I was more always just WWE when I was
That's
younger,
okay.
and WCW.
I only saw him in the magazines in the 90s. And then,
Stone him!
you know, I would see Sabu in the magazines and shit. I'm like, oh, wow. And then in like '99 was the first time I saw ECW on TV. Once in Phil, I was in Allentown and I was able to watch it like on their. I guess they had like Sports Channel, whatever it was called, Sports Channel, I think it was. And I was in Allentown. I got to watch it. It was the recap of the Flaming Table with Dudley Boys. That was a classic one. It might have just been like a repackage, like a whatever. Then on I remember reading the Entertainment Weekly, and me and my brother, like, I don't know why we didn't know. We were like, oh shit, ECW's on TV tonight on TNN, the Nashville network. Yeah. And we started watching it week to week, and I still have that VHS.
Oh,
No, I'll never
where's
forget.
that? Bring that in.
Yeah, bring
No, I have it. It's all digitized. Oh, speaking of which, we're gonna digitize some stuff, and we're gonna start posting them, and you guys are gonna enjoy it.
Yeah, that would be really cool, actually.
Yeah.
Sabu blew my mind because he was the first
Watch
dude
along.
to launch his body into the audience that I've ever
Tables.
seen.
First one doing tables.
Off the chair.
Off the chair,
Oh,
top
the chair
rope,
was sick.
and then he would botch one and go back and do it again. I love that though, you know.
He never.
It made it real. It made it look real.
Yeah,
That's
they
what it
were
was. Yeah.
I've always wanted to leg drop somebody with a chair on the
Arabian
leg.
Facebuster is like, I'm gonna do that to like my boss.
That's
you know?
legendary. Yeah.
Oh man, and also I loved when Vince was like,
Oh yeah.
I thought I was in Texas.
The Terry Brunk.
Turns out I'm in Afghanistan.
That was
Check it out, boys.
I wanna rewatch-
It's a member of the Taliban.
I want to rewatch that era.
My dad would say that to me when I wouldn't shave.
No, no. Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of, Vince and my dad were very similar.
They could have went on a whole thing. They
they're
should have
both
just.
perverts.
They should have went. They should have. Looking back, they should have just had Terry, Sabu, and Vince together. That would have been cool. That like, instead of it being like Bobby Lashley with the Umaga, imagine just Sabu and like they just changed his career, made him into more of like that type of character. That
This
was
is a
interesting.
dark future.
Yeah,
Might have happened.
future that could have happened. Wow.
Alternate
That's-
reality.
But yeah,
That's the future Hitler would have wanted.
Wow.
What are you drinking over there, buddy?
It's the wrong drink.
But R.I.P. Sabu and
Yeah,
everyone.
let's have a moment of silence for Sabu.
I miss you forever. You and your stretchy pants. I love them.
Yes.
Great gear, great music.
That's what it was.
But yeah, but speaking of ECW, another goddamn indie event. I went to another indie event, this time in another classic Hudson Valley venue
Wow.
where Raw used to be and Savage had his debut. It's the former Mid-Hudson Civic Center in Poughkeepsie. It's called the MJN Center now. But they had Tommy Dreamer there. He was getting some made-up Hall of Fame thing. You know, they always
He's
do.
getting another one of those plaques.
Yeah, another plaque. He's the first inductee of the MJN Center's Hall of Fame, which is great.
they're gonna hang that in the bathroom.
Yeah, he's a local guy, you know.
Nope.
But the cool thing about that, I went with a friend of the show, Machoverse. We met up there. His friend is like the promoter of ACW, Awesome Championship Wrestling.
Ooh.
They did backyard wrestling together as kids.
Oh.
And I was like, it was cool talking to those guys. Shout out to you guys. They all worked at the pool that I used to go to because I spent my summers up there. They would send my ass up there during the summer. The city boy would go up to Poughkeepsie or Lavender Falls.
They'd make you live at a pool.
No, they made me live at my aunt's house.
Too.
I was in the country. It was the street. I didn't know where I thought Yonkers was the country to me when I was like 8, you know? So, where Nathan's was anyway, so, we're there, and his friend was like, hey, do you have that kendo stick still? So, like, he went to his parents' basement, and he found the kendo stick they used to use as, like, backyard wrestlers in, like, 25 years ago.
A non-gimmick kendo
A
stick?
real kendo stick they got. Like, it was a kendo stick.
Because I do have beef with WWE with the gimmicked kendo sticks.
Oh,
They
This-
cut
this
the
is your
strings.
soapbox.
They cut the strings down, all of it, so there's no tension on the.
What's the deal with that red rope? That red
That's what holds it together.
The Sandman, which I saw, we'll talk about that.
Yeah.
He was like playing with it, and they were mentioning it. And he was like, "Don't fucking look at my ribbon."
Oh.
Anyway, so they bring the kendo stick. He brings the kendo stick to the show. And like, why do you need it? And he's like, you're not gonna believe who needs it. And we're all like, Sandman. It has to be Sandman. And like, wouldn't Sandman have his own kendo stick? And he does have his own kendo stick. He had his own kendo stick last night when I saw him at the podcast. He did. But so I was like, being all like, hey, my buddy. I was like being all like braggadocious, whatever. I was like, yeah, my buddy had to bring it. Probably Sandman. He said, oh wow, Sandman. Fucking Raven comes out. The first time I ever saw Raven, because Tommy Dreamer's getting his ass kicked by Nunzio, Little Guido. They're having a little match.
Still around.
He's managing a guy. The FBI is still around.
Yeah.
Which another funny story with Little Guido.
I saw him early on in like a indie match in Queens.
Oh, wow.
When I was a young Duende, my dad took me there. I remember that.
They
I wish I could remember. These are very faint memories.
Mm-hmm.
I remember it was a hardcore match, and they were trying to throw one of the dudes like out the window, and then they came back bleeding. And my dad was like, "Get back! You're gonna get AIDS if you get it." Yeah. They were fucking bleeding like Ric Flair level. Like
I saw him.
Straight tomatoes.
I thought I used to do extra work, background work. It was a movie called Unsane. They filmed it in White Plains across the street from the Westchester County Center. So I get off the bus, we're all like extras, and the first person I see is Little Guido in a suit. And I'm like, I thought maybe he was acting. And I go, hey, what's up, man? I go, Little Guido. I go, Nunzio. And he's like, hey, how you doing? And I go, and I realized that he's a security guard. He's a security guard in the building.
Holy shit!
Yeah. I was like, oh,
What, do you
shit.
work for the building?
Yeah, he worked for the building. So I was like, hey, cool, man. All right. I'm cool. Don't worry. I'm like, and then, but anyway, that another great show. It was the main event was they had Tommy Dreamer and the FBI was a little fun treat. But they also had Matt Cardona, formerly Zack Ryder. Have you run across him in any conventions yet?
No, not yet.
Oh,
Wow, he's out there. He's everywhere.
Oh, yeah,
he's everywhere.
You know,
Yeah,
it's funny,
his fanny pack was full. I Venmo'd him and I gave him cash.
You know, it's funny because I'm always at comic conventions, and then for some reason there's just always random wrestlers at comic conventions.
Yeah, it's like it's like nerdy guys like wrestling too.
Yeah, I guess so.
True.
And
Gotta get to the bag.
yeah, so they had a great match, Richard Holiday and Matt Cardona. Richard Holiday was in Dynasty with MJF and Hammerstone a couple years ago. So he's actually the first when I started going to shows again in 2018, it was like that was like the main thing going on in Queens, MLW. Oh, bro.
Love it. I love MLW.
MLW, yeah. And that was it. All the other matches were great. Indy Hartwell was there. She just got released from WWE.
She just got signed.
She's
by
Indy now. Indy Hartwell.
She got signed by AEW.
Oh, she did?
Yeah.
Breaking news. I didn't know this.
Oh yeah. There was like a little thing.
I
They
didn't
did her
know.
little thing. She's like, I am now all elite.
Oh, yeah, she's like Australian, right?
Yeah.
Actually, I think she's like Italian or something. That just like grew up in Chile or something. She's like,
She just dropped on her head. She like broke.
But yeah, it was a good time to get up there. I was beat though. I was tired. But I'm looking forward to going to more shows with you guys.
Yeah, definitely. We gotta do
Just-
some shows.
I like
We got a
seeing-
couple coming up.
Yeah.
We all gotta get our schedules aligned.
Actually, isn't there supposed to be a
Like
luchador
periods.
show that we're supposed to go to?
Yes.
There's one in June.
I think we missed one already.
That freaking Jay Duende is gonna fight in that, you know?
I'll be there. Yeah.
No, you gotta be a ring.
The ring is the actual size of this.
You gotta be the ring boy first, though. You gotta set the rings up.
I'm already ready.
Get some ringworm.
The world's tallest duende at 167 centimeters tall.
You gotta go against that guy who's
From parts unknown.
There's a tallest midget now. I saw like a tallest midget like at HOG at House of Glory. Like his gimmick was that he was like really tall, but for like a short person.
He was
like-
out my chest to this.
Yeah, you gotta
is
shout
this?
him out.
Yeah.
Want to
Get
take a
him, I
shot?
mean.
Let's go.
Come
That was a bad shot.
What
left-handed.
the-
I'm right-handed. That's my left.
But it was fun.
we'll
It
come
was,
back for
it was
it.
fun.
You get
being
more
in the
power
day.
in that Sabu shirt.
Yeah,
I'll
yeah,
take
you're
it.
right,
Power.
yeah.
I can
I
take
feel like I'm floating right now.
Danny, he said he can take one.
I can take
Let
one.
it rip.
Yeah.
Wow.
And freaking do it with the good hand. Do it
No,
with
Look
the
at
good
my
hand.
face.
No, I'm going right to the front.
Imagine
Are we gonna stand up for it?
Yeah, go for it.
right into it.
One.
Oh!
Thank you, sir. May I have another?
That was a not soul man.
Yeah.
Rocky Johnson.
I got another
You
first
guys-
date, and I take my shirt off. I'm like, what are you into BDSM?
Yeah. We're all bruised up now.
You know, it's fun seeing like the indie guys and like old timers and stuff. And it was cool to see Tommy Dreamer get his due, get his Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
But speaking of Hall of Fames, There was a Hall of Fame in the Bronx, and Damien Priest was just inducted.
Wow.
Oh
Shout
yeah,
out.
shout out Damien Priest.
Shout out.
Repping the X.
Another local guy. There was a local guy too. Mike Santana was at the show. I kind of looked like an asshole in front of him. I was like, "Hey, I'm from the Bronx. We do a show in the Bronx." Never mind. I walked away from the guy. Hopefully, it doesn't happen if I meet Damien Priest. I'm not an asshole.
Yeah. And then, like Damien Priest, since
Yeah.
you're from the Bronx and in the Hall of Fame, you kind of owe us to be on the podcast. Yeah.
Yeah. Come on down, Damien.
Well,
Appreciate it.
bisexual too.
Who
Yeah.
are we? Yeah.
You could lay across the whole table with us.
With butt ass naked with the with the belt covering his junk.
I mean, Dwayne does it.
Hasselhoff puppy.
That's what
picture.
when they sleep.
Yeah. I'll save you a warm spot on the plastic bag sheet.
I mean, he was cool. If you watch it, a lot of people talked to him afterwards. There was an interview. He was like, "Oh, you're a Yankee fan?" Yeah. He's like hyping up Donnie baseball. Like no one talks about outside of New York. No one talks about Don Mattingly, really. You know.
Let's go Yankees.
Yeah, let's go Yankees.
Those junkies.
Yankees. Yeah.
See.
There was a Subway Series going on now, so that's another.
Yes, we
Storyline
whooped the Mets
bullshit.
ass. Sorry, Mets.
I see a lot of Met fans up by me. Like, not a lot of Yankee fans. I don't know what's going on. But anyway, with Damien Priest, cool.
Yeah, we saw he saw a little thing on. What is he claimed Parkchester and Castle Hill
Oh, really?
as early upbringing.
Oh, wow.
Oh, he said he
Alright.
did. His dad owned
Close enough.
martial arts studio somewhere in the Bronx, like a bunch of them.
A bunch of
That's what he said.
Oh.
And it threw me off because I remember you brought
Castle
it
Hill
up.
was only one neighborhood down.
Yep.
Yeah, we're
Went to
You're
Holy
super close.
Family way
You
back
brought
in
up
the day.
Ring of Honor, and I remember he would come out and they would always mention Brooklyn.
They would say Brooklyn, New
They
York.
would say Brooklyn, New York.
Punishment. Maybe he was there. Maybe he was living there.
Maybe he was training out of there. A lot of training facilities.
Williamsburg.
Oh, that's right.
Hipster shit.
Yeah, it's possible.
Oh,
they
maybe
wanted
it
to
was
jazz
that.
it up, make him a little sexy.
Yeah, he was like dating a hipster chick.
Wow.
It was just like, yeah,
That's the
stuff was
bisexual in
cool.
him. Is Williamsburg.
Hey.
Yeah. Well, that's his gimmick. Is a taker, bi taker.
He's more. Personally, I think he's a little bit of a Hellraiser gimmick. If you really look at the cut of the
Hellraiser's
outfit,
gay. Is like BD. That's Clive Barker was all into that.
do whatever the heck you want.
Yeah,
Put
I'm
a
not
chain
saying I'm
in
all
your-
pro it.
He'll put a chain in your bingus. if
I've
you
been around
want.
the block. I've been around the block, guys. I'm gonna accidentally send these guys some weird thing in the group chat. It's gonna happen. I'm gonna send you a wrong link one day. It's gonna happen. I've been kicked out of groups before.
You got invited into new groups,
Yeah.
and afterwards, we liked what you said.
Meetups. Remember meetups? Doing meetups? You ever do those? Imagine doing a wrestling meetup. You know, like 10 years ago, that was a big deal. Like doing meetups, like on like Facebook.
What do you mean?
Hey,
every
you know we
single-
could do a
It's not a thing anymore.
B Generation X wrestling meetup.
You just slap people in the
It'd
chest.
be the stinkiest room.
Oh shit.
It's called deodorant, you fucking Viking.
All right, so Damien Priest, like in this whole thing of the WWE, which is the atmosphere, the ecosystem of WWE, pal. Economy of words. I can't think of the words. But how does Damien Priest fit into the whole thing? Like he's kind of like floundering. I think. What do you think?
I don't know if it's him per se or what they're
They're doing
doing
with
to
him,
his
yeah.
character. Yeah,
Wasn't he a part of the Judgment Day?
Yeah, it was.
They're making him jobber.
Thank
to
God
the
he
stars.
left that because that was
Yeah.
that was
What
probably not a
Judgment
good
Day
look.
is just like what the hell's going on with that?
They
Yeah.
changed everything.
Oh,
Although
yeah, so
another thing that they did change, if you watched the old episodes, you may have noticed that I said something about Finn Balor's pants, and you didn't know what I was talking about. They changed his pants recently.
Well, I know that he used to walk around with a little tight ones. You could see like what
There were
religion he was.
These
Weird
weird
pants, yeah.
pleather
Our broadcast did that.
change. I'm just saying,
So we know someone's
Yeah,
watching over
I
there.
didn't see that. Yeah.
watch. I don't know if it was Raw or something. And they're sick. The new pants are sick. So you're doing a good job. Keep on listening to us. Yeah.
I just, we're talking about stables and like factions. I'm staring at DX right here in their camo, and it's not the same. Factions need to go away for a while
Thank you
because
for your
AEW
service.
killed it.
Yeah.
They in the bad way they killed it.
There'll be another-
Everyone was in a
there'll be another.
faction. Everyone was
Well-
in a faction.
I'm probably jumping the gun, but it also just like threw me off last night when Finn brought. So Finn was like, "Hey, here's our new member of Judgment Day," and brought in
Roxanne
Perez.
Perez. Rosie Perez.
Wait, what?
Whoa. You just spoiled
I
that
didn't
for
even-
me. God damn.
Oh, you don't watch Raw last night?
You know what?
No.
We're doing a podcast.
Yo,
was
I
in
got
the
to half the
woods.
episode.
Oh, Dwayne Day was in the woods. He didn't.
Well-
what was that?
I didn't have service.
For those who don't know, Roxanne Perez is now on the main roster of Raw.
Roseanne, come on.
Roseanne Perez, she signed
Perez.
her contract, and then she had her first match. She's now in the she's going to be in the Money of the Bank.
Oh, yeah, that thing.
Imagine she changes her name to Roxanne because of the podcast. Because of Jonathan.
Wait, okay, so if we're gonna talk about Roseanne, then we gotta talk about what is his name? JP? JC?
JD McDonough?
No, the other.
JD McDonough, the tall midget.
Oh,
Yeah.
the big
Irish.
fella.
Yes, the new bloodline member.
Oh!
Like fucking
Cobb.
No, yeah, Cobb.
the wet hand.
No neck head.
When Solo announced him and he was like, and this is my
Editing,
right
put the
hand
image
man,
here.
he was like, JC. And the whole crowd is like,
He's in like a black tee and like jeans.
For real. He's like stiff as hell.
Yeah.
I'm saying, there was
looked
a
like
bunch of combinations of people
Yo,
saying
he
that
can
looked
move,
like.
though.
But I remember him from
Yeah, boy,
I-
he
He can move. Yeah, now I see what
He's New
what-
Japan
what
Pro
Mr. H was
Wrestling,
saying.
alum.
He used to wear a lucha mask, no? Like a
Nah.
black mask?
No,
This same dude? No.
no, it's different. guy.
Yo, Dominic Mysterio
Raw.
killed me. He was just like, oh, why don't you follow
he was
tradition?
that. He was Woody. He looked like Rhino. Everyone's saying he kind of looks like Roman Reigns meets
He
Rhino.
looks like Rhino, yeah, he
He
does.
looks like the
Roman
Rhino.
Rhino. He's the Roman Rhino.
This is like Hawaiian.
Yo,
or something.
that's it. New t-shirts.
No, but he was great. He was supposed to come to WWE like 3 years ago, and then he went to AEW for like a week.
okay.
He was like I think he did the TNT. Correct me if I'm wrong here. I think he might have did like the championship thing with Cody Rhodes when he would like introduce. That's how Eddie Kingston came about. Like he was part of the unsigned people who would come and challenge Cody Rhodes for the TNT. That was during the pandemic. That was like the running gag they did.
Wow, I stayed out of wrestling during that time. That was the screen time.
Yeah.
Dark ages.
But yeah,
We might be jumping ahead because we are going to talk about all this stuff.
yeah, we should go back to where fucking Backlash. Kind of how far back we haven't.
Oh
talked about.
yeah. That's how far back it is. Again, you guys haven't noticed, but
Backlash.
Yeah, and Backlash. We should do that. All of us should do that.
Look
And
at Triple
Backlash. And Backlash.
At Backlash. At Backlash.
So how everybody feel about Backlash?
I enjoyed it. It was 5 matches and it was great.
Yeah,
Every
it
match
was.
Yeah, it
good.
was pretty decent.
Yeah.
Everyone, all the AEW people were like, I prefer 15 matches and it's 5 hours.
Oh my god.
We have lives, people.
Jesus Christ.
I actually like there
We're
were only
waiting.
5 matches. They were
Half hour
quality.
each.
Yeah, quality. Like the Randy Orton, John Cena match was great.
Yeah, it was an
That was a
old timey
good
match.
match,
yeah.
You know, they
I
were
hate you guys for saying that. I
Like-
thought it was bullshit. It was the two sweaty hog men just kind of like horsing around for like 30 minutes, and then they started wrestling.
Oh yeah, because they did like 20 locks in the beginning.
Yeah, dude, like, come on. I was fucking
This
snooze
is boring.
fest. Yeah, neither of
This
you can
is
wrestle.
boring.
They did that. They were doing that.
They
The way
did,
it was.
but they only meant it for one of them, but I meant it for both of them. Both of you guys come for me.
Oh,
Fucking
yeah.
suck an egg through a tube. Man. That shit was a snooze
No,
fest.
science segment is next.
How'd you guys feel about the Gunther and Pat McAfee?
Oh, I wish
Loved
I needed some red. I need some color.
You're right. There,
I want,
there
it
was a
color.
lack.
I wanted some penetration.
You know what? As much as I just wanted fucking Pat McAfee to get destroyed, he kind of surprised me a little bit.
He did.
Kind of surprised me a little
I
bit.
still don't like him, but
Yeah. I still don't like him, but I was like, okay, he actually like.
I think Pat McAfee did that moonsault off the top turnbuckle at like the training center and was like, "Hey, Triple H, I gotta have a match. I gotta have a
Right?
match." He's
Yeah.
like, all right,
He
sure,
probably did that
flip
in his
the coin.
trampoline, like in his
Yeah.
backyard. He was like, I'm
He was
convinced.
practicing. Yeah.
he was FaceTiming.
I thought he was
He's
going to
like,
tear an
"Watch me."
ACL. I swear to God, bro. I was like,
Oh,
this dude's
no,
going to tear an
not the Shane,
ACL.
not the Shane McMahon special.
Jesus.
The best were the
That's-
pictures the next day of how fucking red his
Oh,
chest
yeah.
was.
Nice, love it.
Yeah.
That's me
Our
tomorrow.
TV isn't good. I couldn't even see. He was like, look at the bruises, and I'm like, your whole body
like a
is like a
hickey.
bruise.
They
Yeah.
should get another one, an honorary one.
Oh, let's go.
Andre Big Show style. Oh, that's not good.
Oh, come on, what's going on?
Oh, that was good.
That's Big Show
That's a
style.
Duende of Steel right there. Wow.
I'm ready
He's
for
a
it.
hardcore legend.
All right.
All right.
So, yeah, what else was on that card? We had Dominic
Oh, yeah. I was
Mysterio
into
versus Penta.
Yeah, I was into that.
So, yeah.
I liked it.
Actually, going
It was a
back,
good match.
it finally aired. I mean, it aired like later on. I said who they should push. It was Dominic Mysterio. This is before Mania, and I like what they're doing with him. He needs to go be by himself though.
Well, it seems like they're pushing him.
I
out of
feel
that
like
group.
they're trying to. They do that because I think people will find it unbelievable if he's winning everything on his own. Like, I think he still needs the Judgment Day to give him the look. Like,
yeah, I hate
Alright,
that
so
Penta
he
keeps
turns
getting
on-
fucking losing, but
Yeah,
I
they're
kind
driving
of
him
feel
out.
like they're building it up where they're
Finn's gonna turn on him.
No,
Finn's
making
gonna
a
turn on him and
beef.
win.
They're
See,
making
that's
a
the
beef
thing.
between the Judgment Day, and then I
Yeah.
think he's gonna take the belt from Dominic. at
That's
some
why
point.
This
Finn
is-
brought in
That's what I feel
Roxanne.
like it's gonna
But this is the thing.
Fuck with Liv.
If Finn Balor betrays him, then you turn Dom to a babyface for the first. Like he was babyface early on, but like you turn him now.
Ooh, that'd be
That's the thing.
interesting.
Or you just do the easy thing and just have Dominic take over the whole group. Like then Finn Balor becomes a babyface.
Or
again.
Dominic needs to.
I mean,
He needs to defend that Intercontinental Championship versus, like, you know. I mean, I would have said Braun Breaker, but they buried him. But I want to see Dominic do a moonsault and land in the 69 position the way 1-2-3 Kid did with Razor Ramon.
you're a real man.
Yeah.
Do that.
Well, I don't know, and also
Put that mustache to use, baby.
if we didn't see Raw last night, but so when she came, fucking Roxanne came, she like gave gifts. She gave fucking him a fucking box of chicken nuggets because you know fucking
Tendies.
Dominic
Tendies.
fucking loves the chicken nuggets. And he was looking at her some type of way. It seems like Finn's trying to break up him and fucking Liv, like make some controversy. Because he was looking at her like,
Liv is into it.
I can tap that little
She's
midget
the
ass.
crazy.
Yeah?
She likes that little, like, competition.
I'm not into her. Wrestling wise either. I'm not into her really.
Who?
Perez.
Rose? Yeah, I mean, she just has a lot of hype behind her.
Yeah.
I'd rather live.
Oh yeah.
I still don't.
Oh, she's
see
out,
it.
she's out doing a movie, right?
Yeah. She's out
yeah.
doing a movie right now.
She's great. I like her.
As
a wrestler.
The other match was Valkyria versus.
Oh yeah,
Becky
this guy really loves Stephanie. Becky.
Oh, that felt really good.
Oh yeah, Valkyria versus Becky Lynch. I don't know. I feel like Becky Lynch has been wrestling fucking.
Oh, I've been banging fucking much.
Shit.
Finally, you guys can see that
Okay,
she's
go
been
stop.
shit all along.
I
kinda
feel
bugs.
like Lyra was carrying the whole match.
Yes.
I'm into
she's
her
killing
too.
it.
She's
I like
cuter,
Lyra.
too.
I like. She
Oh, yeah.
won me over. They did the right. Like.
Yeah,
Now-
she actually won me over. I'm actually digging her a lot more.
Yeah,
lately.
last night she did some things.
Did you also
Digging her a lot
notice?
more lately.
I think that they were watching again. So you remember the Wings video?
Yeah, they stopped the wings.
They stopped.
And
the wings.
also, they had her come out dressed normal. You saw when they had her come out with like, and then her hair down. Like she looked way better.
It was just low key weird the way she came out with just the. Now maybe it was even more fucked up. She came out with just the feathers like this, and then just was like.
He's like pushing out a turd.
And that was it. I was like
Bird.
waiting for something. I'm like, is she gonna blow up? Like, what's going on? Yeah.
Summon your eagle powers.
But I'm sorry,
I had that ring.
But also, Becky Lynch's promos have been sucking too. They're like snooze fests to listen to her promos.
I was never a fan of her.
Is it
promo.
because
Yeah, dude.
she
I
doesn't
He's trying to be
do her
like
voice
John Cena
anymore?
She's
Oh,
right now with her
you
promos.
people.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
and
yeah,
it
yeah.
just sucks.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
It's a lot of the regurgitated stuff.
Yeah.
Even I love our man Seth over here, but him talking about to jump ahead, but talking about victim, feeling like a victim with CM Punk. and this and that. I'm like, this is all we're just recycling the same bullshit. We're in like an echo chamber.
So how's everybody
Yeah,
feeling about
absolutely.
Seth's new thing where
His
he's
double
trying to
stakes it?
yeah, he's trying to take over with
trying
Paul
to get everybody
Heyman.
to buy to win all the belts and shit, become strong.
I don't know. Do they need another guy?
I'm
A
okay.
woman? Maybe Becky Lynch? Who cares, right?
Bobby.
It
Lynch.
seems like he was trying
Bobby
to
Lashley.
get Logan on board last night.
Oh, that'd be great. What about that?
Which kind of makes sense. So
Did you see Gunther and Logan Paul?
Did
Oh,
you
yeah.
see that guy that put his butthole on the Logan Paul?
Yeah, that was in Vegas.
It's about the only thing you care about. Logan Paul.
That's a sex crime.
well, so they're gonna have
What if that's for
Saturday.
you?
So as
That's a
we're
sex
filming
crime.
this Saturday night, main event hasn't happened yet, but it will be Logan Paul versus Jey Uso. I was hoping after the whole Seth Rollins thing that we're gonna axe that whole thing, but they're fucking doing it. So I don't know. How do you guys feel about the Logan Paul thing? I feel like they're kind of just
Bored.
belittling him with having him have to fight him for the belt.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't.
Well, you think that Jey Uso's getting
Yeah,
by entertaining Logan Paul?
Yeah, exactly. It's like, wow, like this guy finally got his fucking chance, and this is the match he.
But
he
when you're
Logan.
champion, you have to have those matches, though.
because
you
Logan
have to
Paul's
have
gonna be
those
flipping
matches.
and doing all this crazy shit, and then, you know.
And Uso's gonna be super.
But
crazy.
God, all the kids love
Yeah, it doesn't
all
really
the
make
kids.
sense.
No, this is all the kids.
Boring.
I'm surprised it didn't happen at SummerSlam, honestly, because all the kids love the Yeet. You know, they all love Jey Uso, and then all the kids are like,
I love to eat a little.
think about it.
bit
They have the
here
kids that all the kids
I
that
hate my mate.
I don't have anyone in my life that's like a kid that's a teenage boy or girls,
and there.
whatever.
I'm glad.
I set you up for that. No, I don't have any like cousins or like whatever like that age.
It's getting better.
So like they grew up on like Logan Paul, like doing all the streams and stuff like that. Now they're getting like, I hate that guy. They're like 20 now or 18 or 19. Now they're
He's
they're
not
like
cool.
That's
Yeah.
the angle.
yeah.
Yeah.
So they have those two markets, you know, and they're gonna just max it out.
No, I gotta say, like, I think I texted you this. No, I texted. Nah, was it the one? It was. Fuck it.
I don't have service
It's the
anymore.
battle of YNs. No, I'm kidding.
Anyway, I must have dreamt it. But
No,
no,
yeah,
I was-
another dream.
No,
Yeah, another dream.
but Gunther now. It was
Gunther.
Logan Paul came out.
Speak some German. This guy speaks German.
And Gunther came out.
Du
Yeah,
hast.
that's Gunther. He comes out and it actually
He's so
like grew on
frustrated.
me. I don't know if I have like Stockholm syndrome and I'm watching these jobbers come out and I'm just like, yeah, I like him now. You know, but it's just like Logan Paul comes out and Gunther carried that promo so well.
Yeah, actually, Gunther has
Yeah, I
been
see-
growing
I did
on
see
me.
that
a
part.
lot.
big
What are
time.
you doing?
Really?
What are you
Yeah,
doing?
You
What
guys
are you?
are
He's
fans
like,
of Gunther all along?
yeah, I don't
No, I've
know.
always been a fan of
Oh,
Gunther,
yeah.
but even more
Awesome.
his work on the mic.
Yeah,
Just
like
yeah. Oh,
that's
absolutely.
the way he like told Logan, like, if you take away that opportunity from me to fight Jay again, I'm fucking coming for you. Like, it was,
That's interesting stuff.
You come in my face, I'm gonna fight you.
Yeah.
I think it's a
He's
good
Austrian, I
dynamic
said
with
German, I
what
know,
they
but he
got
speaks
for him
German.
going now. Because I didn't know how they were going to work out of that, you tapped out shit. And
Yeah, yeah.
having him
Yeah.
be gentlemanly with Pat kind of opened a new avenue of
Well,
his character.
he was even gentlemanly, even with Jay last night talking to Logan, because he told Logan, "You'd think you can beat the guy that beat me." Like,
This is
then you got
101.
another
This is
thing
pro
coming.
wrestling
Yeah,
101, guys. You know?
So
Yeah, it's 101, but I love it. Gunther is traditional. That's amazing. From the boots.
Is that what you're
to the
gonna say?
Oh, yeah. He has on his fucking Nazi stormtrooper jacket.
Well, I was telling him that like he changed his name. He used to be Walter, and they
Oh,
changed it
yeah.
to Gunther, and then they had to change it because it was the last name was an SS like soldier.
Oh!
Yeah.
Vinny Mac.
That was
Well,
Vince's idea.
Supersonic.
Well, back to Backlash. If you watch after Backlash when they do all the press conferences, John Cena got interrupted by R-Truth, and then he did an AA to R-Truth through the table, and now apparently R-Truth is going to fight
Oh
him
yes,
at Saturday Night Main Event.
that's fun.
It was kind of interesting fucking match.
Will little Jimmy be there?
We're a little.
They
Jimmy.
say R-Truth, John Cena was his hero growing up.
Well,
That's
if
true.
you
He looks
watch,
older than
R-Truth is 54.
yeah,
That's the joke.
40. Oh, I was about to say.
No, please don't write any comments.
so
Yeah, don't shit on me for that one.
No. Speaking of, look up. You guys should watch R-Truth in TNA in 2002. He was
Oh,
NWA
yeah.
champion.
Ron Killings in that?
Ron Killings.
Yeah.
That's his like real name, shoot name. He's like great. Like you take him seriously. So maybe they flip him and make him more serious.
I don't know.
They're not gonna do it.
I freaking like the little press conference thing they had with him during SmackDown.
No, he's like John. No.
That shit look like a Gatorade commercial.
And like he was telling them at the press conference on SmackDown, he goes, no. He's like, I respect John Cena, and that man out there is not John Cena. So if I have to beat the sense out of him to bring him back, I'll do that. So it was pretty good.
Yeah.
It's still real to me, damn it.
I met that guy. He was kind of a douchebag. Surprisingly, he was a douchebag. Surprise. I didn't get along with any of those guys. don't know what it's about. Maybe it is cultural. I didn't get along with it. All the Southern guys, I didn't get along with. Yeah.
So as we're filming this, how are you guys feeling about the pick so far for Money in the Bank? I think we have one guy so far and 3 girls.
Yeah, didn't what's the female one? What's her name?
Becky
cost what's her name the match? Remember they Lyra?
Yeah. So it was Rhea Ripley is in the.
Rhea Ripley.
We got Roxanne Perez, and then we have how the fuck?
That's the other one I'm talking about.
With the
Becky.
No, how the fuck do I keep forgetting her name?
Draw a picture of her right here.
She's a pigtail. She looks like fucking.
No, my brain is going blank.
She's like Harley Quinn kind of.
Alexa Bliss.
Yeah. So Alexa Bliss. So she was the first SmackDown person. Because it's 3-3, and then for Raw so far it is Rhea and Roxanne, and then I think for the guys, the only person they have so far is Solo Sikoa.
Sick.
Yeah.
Yo, Solo on the mic still a comic, true comic. That I love you, Jacob. Thing where...
that was a great fucking promo they did with him and Jacob Fatu.
Yeah. And you can't forget JC.
Jesus Christ.
No.
No Nick.
Come on. He's coming for you. He's coming back.
I got a new game.
Oh, shit.
Oh, wait. Before you get there.
What you gotta do?
We gotta plug in the merch.
Oh, go for it.
Yeah, we gotta plug in the merch.
Not the merch that he's wearing, because apparently this guy fucking makes all the exclusive shit for himself.
Exclusive.
So if you guys like this shirt, let us know.
Yeah, if you do like this one, we'll print it. Yeah. But we do have hats already. The shirts are going to be in Friday, Saturday.
We'll put a picture of the hats right here.
Yes, we're going to the merch right here. Editor, edit. And we are going to. We're going to Duende. Let them know about the event on May 25th.
May 25th, East Tremont Tattoo Scene. The independent market. There's going to be a bunch of vendors, including the B Generation X pod.
We're going to have our shirts and our hats. Please come and support. Please come and buy.
We also might have some cool,
the more shit we could do.
Yeah, and then we also might have some cool activities for you guys.
I'll be doing some poetry slam.
Yes, I will be rapping and also.
Oh, and we'll have some stickers and little things too if you can't, get something out.
Yeah, so. I just wanted to plug that in.
Get a tattoo.
All right. Well, I have a game now.
Wearing the thong.
Ooh, I gotta show you the picture of them.
Since whenever we play these games with trivia, Mooney.
Oh yeah.
Destroys everybody.
Yeah.
I tell him all the answers.
I have a new game called.
You're doing his knee like under the table.
Like casino the little thing.
I have a new game called What Does Mooney Not Know?
Oh.
And we're just gonna ask Mooney
how to drive.
I like this.
Oh yeah. So for this one, and I was trying to figure out a way to make it kind of hard. We're gonna ask you.
That is what she said.
We're gonna ask you wrestling quotes. Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
And if you can name the person that said the quote, but also if you can...
Hey man,
give us
I'm not on trial here, dude. Come on, man.
So tell me the person, and if you can, for extra points, you can tell me what year and what show it was from. All right?
Wow.
Enough stress in my life.
What size drawers?
So number 1, this is the quote. It's about the money. It's about sending a message. Oh, I'm sorry. It's not about the money. It's about sending a message. And the message is, I don't need Vince McMahon.
What?
Shane McMahon.
You got it?
You got it.
Oh!
I didn't know that.
Okay, this one is, the quote is, what is with you and tables?
What is with you and tables?
Yeah, who says that to who?
I think someone says it to Bubba.
Someone says it to Spiked Up.
Oh, okay. Someone says it to Spike Dudley. I said Dudley.
Wow.
I was trying to go deep ones.
What is with you with tables? Let me think about that. During that era.
Yeah, who were the feuds in that era?
This is WWE, though.
Yeah, this is WWE.
This is when WWE.
This was an episode of SmackDown.
Yeah, I can figure that. Come on, guys. It's like 2002 or...
Who had feuds with the Dudleys? Like the big feuds with the Dudleys?
Hardy Boys.
Christian and Edge.
Christian and Edge.
Oh, well, that was wrong. I think it was Chris Jericho.
Oh, okay. That one I've never gotten.
Wow.
And he has a short
Wow.
Okay, we'll try 2 more because apparently these are too hard. This isn't about the past. This is about the future and my future. And it starts by ending yours.
That's what I said to my boss last night.
Yeah.
I don't know.
This was from 2014 Raw.
I wasn't really fucking with it. Randy Orton and John Cena.
No.
Wow.
CM Punk?
No, he was gone. Already.
New Blackjacks.
No.
New Blackjacks. That's for June. We're going to talk about that.
John Cena.
This was Seth Rollins turning on the
Oh,
Shield.
yeah, okay. Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, that was
May.
Seth Rollins.
That was
I knew
May
that.
2014.
Wow.
God damn it.
Oh, you said it with an accent. I just couldn't understand you. I'm sorry. You should have said it like this.
Okay, this one is, if I can't be the man, I'll be the martyr. And the martyrs get remembered
Jenner.
forever.
Bruce Jenner.
Can't be the man. Alright, well, hear me hear it again?
It says, if I can't be the man, then I'll be the martyr. And
Then I'll-
martyrs
Oh,
get
Becky
remembered
Lynch,
forever.
the man.
Martyr.
This was WrestleMania 27.
Is it Triple H? I'll be the martyr. I can't do it. 27. All right, so let me do the years.
Can't even
Yeah,
count that.
WrestleMania 27 build a promo against Alberto Del Rio.
2013.
Oh, wow.
It's 2013. I know the man.
So who was that?
Be the martyr. Del Rio. Martyr.
Is this the women?
I think I know this one. We're getting canceled.
I don't know. This is like Shakespeare shit, man.
These are, yeah.
Dude,
It was Edge.
All right.
Oh.
Well, he was gone by then.
I'm about to edge. I'm edging right now.
We'll do one more since these are pretty fucking
They're
hard.
fucking hard.
This one is, I didn't sell out, I bought in.
Oh, I know that one. I know this
Not
one.
surprised.
SummerSlam 2013.
Yeah. I didn't sell out. I bought in. That was Seth Rollins, wasn't it? Oh fuck. Oh. I didn't sell out. I bought in.
Who was the character? And this is from when? 2013.
SummerSlam 2013.
Oh.
I didn't sell out. I bought in.
Someone big.
Yeah.
Someone big.
Brock Lesnar? No.
No.
The Rock.
I've
Triple
heard
H.
it. I've heard that.
Triple
before.
H.
It was.
Ding ding
Triple
ding.
H.
Wow, man, Chris is on it today.
No, I was gonna say Triple H, but then I thought maybe it was someone saying it to Triple H.
Okay, we're gonna do one more because I feel people might get this one. I don't need a belt to be the best. I just need a mic.
That's Sam Punk.
Nope.
I am the B-E-S-C.
I don't need a vote to be the best. I had this D'Lo Brown too. I had all these toys.
Oh, man.
This has been said multiple times by the same person, most famously during the early Brock Lesnar advocate days.
Paul Heyman? John Cena?
Paul Heyman.
Oh, Paul Heyman.
Mhm.
Hey, Paul Heyman.
You stumped Mooney.
All right,
finally.
guys.
Yeah.
It's kinda.
No,
I
freaking.
remember
He's still fucking.
I remember
still got
the
something.
Volt here, this guy.
I'm revolting.
How the heck do you think I'm the one who asked the questions? 'Cause I don't know when to ask me questions. I'll just be saying like this. All right, guys, that was another episode of B Generation X. Please like, subscribe, follow, leave a comment,
And remember,
follow
we
our
got-
Instagram.
Oh yeah. Follow, like, subscribe, buy our merch. Everything.
Get a
Sell
tattoo.
your soul to us.
Get a tattoo of our logo on your titties.
And
Yes.
if you are in
Male or female?
the Bronx and you come by the Third Eye Throwback store,
You can
come
leave
say
us
hi.
a cup of blood.
And then maybe if you ask for Wendy to come out his cage in the back, you know.
He'll be locked up in
Yeah.
the back.
Gangrel.
Bastard Justin, you're gonna let me out.
So yeah, he actually never goes out. We got to take him out to events because he never goes out. He just lives in the back.
Poor guy.
But yeah.
We'll let him out the pit.
So yeah, again, thanks again. This was another episode of B Generation X. As always, thank you and peace out.
Wait, we got 2 words for you.
The Bronx. Woo! Yeah.